Hi there, this is Dawn Priolet of dawnpriolet.com. And if you are a heart-centered consultant, coach, or healer, an energy healer, whatever type of healer you may be, um, today's video is going to be great for you because what I want to talk about, and I also want to do some tapping with you about, is something that has come up for me in in my years of business, of doing business and trying to make that conversion from being a healer, coach, part-time to stepping into full-time and doing this, the thing that I love, um, all the time and not having to go do that second job or first job, whatever it is. So, and here it is. Um, and I want to bring something up. You find out what your limiting beliefs are by listening to what people reflect back at you, okay? And one of the things that kept happening for me, and it was really frustrating me, is that when people would ask what I do for a living, and I would tell them that I am a coach, and you know, I could just feel the change in their energy. And people started actually saying to me, "Are you actually able to make a living doing that?" And it used to frustrate me, and I used to get, upset with them until I realized, they're reflecting right back at me. And the reason this is why I was upset about it was because it was true. It was absolutely true. I was struggling to make a living as a coach because I didn't have it all figured out yet. I didn't, I hadn't already made the mistakes that I since then have made and now been able to correct. And so I was having a hard time. And so basically, like, you can't hide from anybody. I mean, that's the truth. You really can't, because people are going to reflect right back at you what your own beliefs are. But the wonderful thing about this is when you see that belief being reflected right at you, you know you got to do some clearing on that. You got to do some tapping. And so here's what I'd like you to do, because let me put it to you like this. If you don't absolutely believe 100% that you can earn a good living as a heart-centered healer, as a coach, as a consultant, how hard are you going to actually try? How much of your energy, your time, your focus are you actually going to put into this? Now, especially in the beginning, you really, really do need to kind of jump in 100%, because the more you put in, the more you're liable to get out of it. And so here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to measure from 0 to 10. We're going to say a statement out loud, and we're going to measure how true does it feel to you. So I want you to say out loud, "I can earn a very good living as a," you fill in the blank, "as a coach, as a consultant, as a healer," you fill in the blank. And then I want you to measure from 0 to 10. 10 being that is absolutely true, I'm absolutely congruent about that. 0 being, no, I really have a lot of doubts about that. And just be aware that if you have people coming up to you and making those kind of comments to you, just know they are the mirror that you're looking into. They're reflecting right back at you your own doubts. And so once you have that number, I hope you have some water handy, because, when we do tapping, it does help to have a glass of water. Just keeps you nice and hydrated, keeps the energy moving. And so we're going to do some tapping around that, because I'm willing to bet that some of you are in the same place that I was, and really had not very much belief that it was actually possible. So this time, let's start on the karate chop point. And just follow along with me if you don't not familiar with tapping. You don't actually have to know that much, you just can follow along. Even though I really don't think that it's possible for me to earn a good living as a coach, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have a lot of doubts about whether it is actually possible for me to earn a good living as a coach. I know I've heard that there are other people who do make a good living as a coach, but I'm really not sure about my ability to make a good living. I tend to undercharge for what I do, and maybe I have a lot of limiting beliefs about what is possible, about what people are willing to pay for, and how much they're willing to pay for certain things. But either way, I really don't feel like it's possible for me to make a good living as a coach. And I love and accept myself, and I just honor that this is how I feel. Even though I don't believe it's possible, therefore, I'm probably not bringing that much of me into my business, because why would I? If I don't really believe it's possible to succeed, God knows I don't need another disappointment. But I'm just going to honor how I feel about this, and honor that I have some limiting beliefs about this that really need to be cleared up. Now let's tap through the points. I don't believe that this is possible for me. Sure, there may be other coaches, there may be other consultants that are making a ton of money, or at least that's what they say. But the truth is, I don't know if that's really true. People aren't really going to pay for what I have to offer. They only want to pay for whatever's covered by their insurance. People are basically cheap. They can't afford what I do. They can't afford to pay me what I need to charge in order to make a living doing this. At least that's my belief about this. And I have lots of evidence to support these beliefs. Of course, I have been creating my world and everything in it based on my beliefs about the world. And I am willing to admit that I may have some limiting beliefs that I need to clear up about this. It's not possible for me to do this. No way, no how. And I'm not going to get my heart broken again by putting all of me into this, only to fall flat on my face and look and feel like an idiot. I'm just not willing to do it. Okay, so a lot of negativity there. And I want you to, once again, let's look at that original statement. If you have some water, take some water. I still have the remains of a cold. Sorry about that. But I want you to say the statement out loud again. It is possible for me to earn a good living as a coach, consultant, whatever you call it. And I want you to get a measurement. So maybe if you started out at like a 0 or a 2 or a 3, maybe you might be up to a 5 or a 6. So let's just do a more positive round. and acknowledge that it has moved a little bit. Even though I feel a little bit better about this, the truth is, I still don't know how I'm going to make this happen, but somehow it just feels a little bit more possible. Maybe I have some beliefs to clear up. Maybe I have some things I need to work on in my beliefs. Maybe I need to hire a coach of my own, a business coach, to help me with this, to make it more possible. But I'm willing to step forward and bring more of me into my business. And I'm willing to try harder to make this work. Even though I still have some doubts about whether this is possible, I am open to new ideas and new people coming into my life, and maybe even a new coach dropping into my lap who can help me to work on these beliefs more and to show up more confident in my business and in my life. Even though I still have some doubts about this, and I have no idea how I'm going to make this work. I just have no idea. I still feel much more optimistic about it, and I just know that I'm going to attract to me all of the help that I need so that I can really step into my mission this year and earn lots of money in that mission, helping a lot of people. I love what I do, and it is valuable. Let's tap through the points. What I do is valuable. I'm very talented as a healer, as a consultant. What I do matters. It changes lives. It has a ripple effect. It's rippling out to the whole world. And boy, do we need that right now in the world. What I do matters. It's important and it is valuable. And if I could do this full time, if I actually could make a good living doing this full time, just think how many more people I would be able to affect. How many people's lives would be transformed because I chose to step up fully in my power and do this full time. I love what I do, and I'm really, really good at it. And I'm going to make this happen. I am willing to let go of any negative limiting beliefs about this and make this happen. Take a deep breath. Now, I mean, you can tell because I'm smiling. I can't even not smile right now. I feel so much better, and I hope you do too. But again, go ahead and measure. The phrase was, I believe it is possible that I can earn good money as a coach, consultant, healer. And if you're not up to it, quite up to a 10 yet, chances are, I mean, you can always go back through, redo some of this tapping, and so you can get up to a 10 with that belief. But now that you're feeling so much better about it, can you see how much easier it's going to be for you to really show up? Maybe you don't know all the how-tos yet, but we'll get to some of that in other videos. But I'm sure you're going to start attracting everything that you need. And so once again, this is Dawn Priolat, and I'm going to see you in the next video.